Researching the options that were originally installed on a car is one of the most confusing elements in the data. In this video, we will help decode option data as found on the body identification plate, build sheet, manifest, and window sticker. We will explain how to reconcile the two codes found for the same option, depending on which of these documents you are reading. This, however, is a which comes first situation. Do we start in production assuming that the car was produced and shipped to dealer stock? Or do we start at the dealer, assuming the customer requested a given set of options for their vehicle? We will discuss both using a 1969 Pontiac Catalina convertible. To do so, we must also discuss the 1969 Pontiac Wide Tracking Accessories Guide, the 1969 Pontiac Accessorizer, and the 1969 Pontiac Dealer Order Form. All of this helps to further understand the car and uncover its story. The body identification plate is installed by the manufacturer and contains valuable information about the vehicle's history and original specifications. On the 1969 Catalina, this embossed plate is fastened to the driver's side of the firewall. This table shows the actual plate values for the 1969 Catalina. On the second line, there are three values of interest. TR is the first value, which indicates it is trim information. This is common to all plates. 531 is a trim number. This either specifies the type of glass installed on the car or the interior color. If it were the glass, 531 indicates all windows were soft gray glass. Y80 is an additional trim number. Before we define it though, let's look at the build sheet. The build sheet holds the detail specification for each vehicle produced. It ties the VIN and the body identification tag with the specifics of what was built. It is placed by the factory under the driver's side front fender and again under the carpet behind the passenger front seat. There are many codes on this sheet that are untraceable. In field 107 of the build sheet, code Y80 is described as a decode group. No further information can be found on what is included in this group. It may have been a basic group used for scheduling purposes. Field 107 also specifies option A02 tinted windshield. That actually cross-references to accessory code 532, not 531. Because code 531 was also the code for the blue interior color, we believe that is what is referenced on the build tag and in field 43 of the build sheet. Field number 107 also shows all of the dealer/owner selected options. Before we can discuss those in detail, we need to look at the manifest. The manifest is a more human-friendly version of the build sheet. It shows all the data about the car and the specific options that were included. It also contains dollars and cents. This was used to coordinate with the dealers. Note that most of the options listed on the build sheet have also been itemized here. The descriptions between the two documents are very similar, so it is pretty easy to match them. The codes, however, are completely different. Take the electric clock option on the manifest for an example. It is code number 474. On the build sheet, however, it is code U35. This is because the build sheet uses uniform production codes and the manifest accessory codes. This table shows the data from both forms. The first column shows the uniform production code used on the build sheet. The second column shows the accessory code used on the manifest. Where the data appears is shown in the third column. BT is the body tag. BS is the build sheet and WS the window sticker. The number in the BS data is the field number. Two descriptions are shown, one from the build sheet and another more readable. The accessory price from the manifest is shown. Before we go any further, let's look at the window sticker. The window sticker is an even more human-friendly document that provides the specifications for the car and the pricing. This was typically taped to the driver's side rear window when the car went on the dealer lot. The options data is itemized in the details section. The descriptions, accessory codes, and prices match that of the manifest. Because of this one-to-one relationship, issues are only between the build sheet and the manifest. Let's look at that data in more detail. From A02 down to U75 is a one-to-one match. That is what I expected to find for all of the options. Y86 was another decor group option on the build sheet. On the manifest, it's shown as accessory 324. There are 4 items that make up accessory 324. The sum of the individual prices equal that of the Y86 decor group. The B73 insulation on the build sheet is not itemized on the manifest. The car also has a trunk light that does not appear on any of these documents. These two may also be part of a decor group, or just not charged. Finally, the last option listed looks like a qualifier for the tire manufacturer. Firestone, Uniroyal, and Goodyear, who may have provided a bias ply and a radial ply version. So where do we find information for the accessory codes? There are 3 sources available: the 1969 Pontiac Wide Tracking Accessories Guide, the 1969 Pontiac Accessorizer, and the 1969 Pontiac Dealer Order Form. The 1969 Pontiac Wide Tracking Accessories Guide is a customer-facing document that fully explains and illustrates the options available for the Pontiac the customer is purchasing. The guide contains pictures of the item, a brief description, and both the accessory and production codes. Here is an example for the power antenna and for the deluxe wool covers. The F indicates it is installed at the factory, and the D by the dealer. Note that there is no pricing in this guide. The 1969 Pontiac Accessorizer booklet is a short-form version of the Wide Tracking Accessories Guide. It has no pictures, just codes, descriptions, and prices. It is intended more for the salesperson to use. The booklet shows both codes, a description, and the suggested retail price. Here are the sections for the power antenna and the deluxe wool covers. The 1969 Pontiac Dealer Order Form is how the dealer translates what the customer wants to purchase into a sales order for the factory. It is one large page that has places for all of the options being requested. It too shows both the uniform production code and the sales code, but no pricing. Researching the options that were originally installed on a car is one of the most confusing elements in the data. In the case of this 1969 Pontiac Catalina convertible, most all of the options were matched. There are still, however, places where a little more research is required. You should now know how to match the uniform production codes to the accessory codes using first the build sheet and the manifest or window sticker, and then later using the Pontiac dealer tools like the 1969 Pontiac Wide Tracking Accessories Guide, the 1969 Pontiac Accessorizer, and the 1969 Pontiac Dealer Order Form. The Pontiac Historical Society was a huge help in providing documentation. As a word of caution, however, the Pontiac Historical Society recommends not trying to decode all of the options from the manifest, as several codes were used to describe things as winter antifreeze and are not listed. If you want to see the painstaking aspect of this classic restoration, please watch our 6-part detailed series.